Welcome to Astrology Chunks. Today, we're diving into the major astrological influences shaping your life in April 2025. This month is set to begin with emotional intensity and uncertainty, affecting mental peace. Mars is entering its sign of debilitation, opposing Pluto, which is very likely to trigger aggression, ego battles, and power struggles, making this period quite challenging. However, the second half of April is bringing a positive shift. Mercury and Venus are turning direct, clearing disruptions and delays in certain areas of life. Additionally, the Sun is moving into its sign of exaltation, and will be aspected by a Shubhkartari Yoga, an auspicious alignment that is certain to enhance success and positivity, especially in the house where it is occurring. This indicates that favorable changes are expected in certain areas of your life, and things are likely to work in your favor. Let's explore what April 2025 has in store for each zodiac sign. Be sure to check your rising sign or moon sign according to Vedic or sidereal astrology for the most accurate insights. Let's get started. Aries, this month is expected to be overall positive for Aries natives. Health-wise, things look great. If you're planning to start something new related to your health, physical fitness, or appearance, the latter half of the month is particularly favorable for it. Healing from a past illness is likely for some. Aries natives are likely to experience a boost in confidence, ego, and self-esteem. Those working in entertainment, art, or creative fields are very likely to gain recognition, name, and fame. This is a powerful month for creative inspiration, so make sure to note down any creative ideas that come through imagination or dreams. Relationships, however, may face challenges. Ego conflicts with a spouse or partner are likely. You may feel overly sensitive about partnership matters, and even minor deviations from your expectations could trigger anger or insecurities. Likewise, your partner may exhibit similar behavior, leading to frustration. It's best to give space, avoid overreacting, and not take things too personally in this area. Businesspersons, especially those in creative fields or working with foreign markets, are likely to see progress in their work. However, expect ego battles at home and with close family members. Engaging in physical activities at home may help channel this energy positively. This is also a favorable month for financial matters. If you have financial plans to execute, go for it, as favorable results are likely. However, avoid ego clashes with bosses or authority figures, as they could impact your job position or even lead to job loss in some cases. Job transfers due to conflicts are also possible. On an emotional level, Aries natives are likely to release old emotional patterns related to routine, work, colleagues, and maternal relatives in order to build a stronger and more independent identity. Breaking old habits that reduce productivity or moving away from job roles that no longer serve you is also a strong theme this month. Taurus natives are likely to face challenges this month, particularly in home matters and relationships with close people. Strained interactions may occur, but things are expected to turn in your favor in the latter half of the month. This month is powerful for uncovering hidden enemies. If you've been dealing with deceptive individuals, their true intentions may become clear. The latter half of April is also favorable for starting any healing practices or meditation, helping you regain inner balance. Additionally, the fulfillment of a long-held desire or financial gains through work or social networks is likely. Power struggles with siblings and neighbors may arise, so it's important to remain mindful of conflicts. Watch your speech, as harsh words could alienate others, especially colleagues in the workplace. You may also find yourself frustrated with workplace dynamics, as certain behaviors may provoke anger. Additionally, workplace friendships could turn into enmities due to misunderstandings or impulsive reactions, so exercise caution in your interactions. A significant shift is likely in higher education or legal matters, with outcomes expected to turn in your favor. Emotionally, Taurus natives are likely to release old patterns related to intimate relationships, children, or education in order to develop a stronger and more independent identity. This period encourages self-restructuring, refining self-image, and eliminating habits that contribute to underperformance in these areas of life. Gemini natives are likely to be forced to work on matters related to communication, siblings, and neighbors. Challenges in these areas may arise but are expected to fade away in the latter half of the month. Eventually, things will turn in your favor, boosting your reputation and influence within your social circle. You are likely to meet an influential person this month, and if you require a favor from a government authority or a high-profile figure, you are very likely to receive it by the end of the month. This could manifest as approval for a desired project, a social media collaboration, or obtaining a special permit that is not easily accessible. If you are considering any foreign-related activities, such as traveling abroad, this month is highly favorable for such pursuits, with fewer disruptions. Be mindful of your food habits, as you are prone to consuming excessive junk food, which could negatively impact your health. Additionally, you may be susceptible to cuts, burns, or bruises in your mouth, so exercise caution, particularly when eating hot or spicy foods or while chewing. Your relationship with family members and children may experience some strain, especially as you may find yourself raising your voice at your kids more often, or their actions could trigger your frustration. It is advisable to give them space and not take things too personally. For those in the dating phase, your romantic partner may unintentionally cause emotional distress. It is best to avoid overreacting to trivial matters and allow room for understanding and patience. Cancer natives are likely to focus on financial matters this month, as certain issues may arise that demand attention. However, the latter half of the month is expected to bring relief, helping you navigate these challenges successfully. This month may bring an increase in your status and influence, especially if your profession is related to speech, finance, or communication. It is an ideal time to strategize financial plans, as obtaining the necessary resources to materialize them is possible this month. Expect a boost in self-esteem and self-worth as your position at work strengthens. Your social network is likely to expand with resourceful connections, increasing your ability to achieve material gains. Your physical body is more prone to cuts, burns, or bruises, so be cautious while moving. Additionally, you may experience headaches, and those with hypertension should remain vigilant about their health. Interactions with your spouse and family members may be challenging this month. Small issues may trigger anger, or you may feel overly sensitive about family matters. Engaging in physical activities and avoiding taking things personally can help mitigate emotional stress. You are very likely to release old emotional patterns related to communication, siblings, neighbors, and the way you approach life's interactions and efforts. This process encourages a stronger and more independent identity, prompting you to restructure and refine your self-image in these areas. Eliminating old habits that hinder your performance in these life areas will lead to both personal and professional growth. Leo. For Leo natives, this month is pushing you to take life more seriously, particularly regarding your health, vitality, and physical appearance, which are likely to concern you a lot. In the latter half of the month, things will turn in your favor. You may experience improvements in health issues and a boost in stamina and vitality. This period is also favorable for enhancing your self-esteem within your community. Expect an increase in status and overall respect in society. For those dealing with legal troubles or court cases, relief is very likely, with matters turning in your favor in the later half of the month. If you plan to initiate anything related to legal matters or higher education, the last week of this month is particularly favorable. Your anger levels are likely to be high, making you feel agitated. It would be beneficial to limit public interactions, as online engagements, especially on social media, may negatively impact your nervous system. Your relationship with younger siblings may also become strained. Sharing personal matters online might bring trouble, so it's best to avoid it. This month is favorable for overcoming enemies and winning competitions. However, some may experience insomnia due to an overactive mind at night. This period is not ideal for partnerships, whether in business or marriage, so it's better to avoid making commitments in these areas. You are also very likely to let go of old emotional patterns related to financial matters and family interactions, fostering a stronger and more independent identity. This encourages restructuring and refining your self-image in these life areas. Getting rid of old habits that cause underperformance in these aspects will lead to growth and stability. Virgo. For Virgo natives, the month starts with challenges related to foreign travels, hidden enemies, and unexpected expenses. These issues may cause some initial trouble, but in the latter half of the month, things are likely to resolve unexpectedly, with the source of the problem disappearing on its own. Those working in occult-related professions can expect a favorable period, with recognition coming for their skills and capabilities. Ego clashes are likely, particularly within your social circle or among work partners and colleagues. Be cautious of cuts, burns, or bruises on your legs, as you may be prone to accidents while walking. Financial matters may also cause some sensitivity, with insecurity arising due to things not going as planned. However, those in businesses related to gems, jewelry, female clothing, fragrances, or watches are likely to see gains this month. It is not an ideal time for starting a new job or applying for one, as the results may not be favorable. Likewise, applying for a loan may not bring success during this period. On the positive side, this is a potent time to manifest goals related to legal matters, and spiritual travels are highly possible this month. You are also likely to let go of old emotional patterns related to your self-image, allowing you to build a stronger and more independent identity. This period encourages restructuring and refining your self-image, helping you eliminate old habits that may have been holding you back. Some of you may even undergo changes in your style and personality. Libra. For Libra natives, the month of April 2025 will compel you to focus on matters related to material gains and your social circle. While these areas may cause some discomfort initially, favorable events are likely to unfold in the latter half of the month, easing the challenges you are facing. Business people are likely to experience gains from their business, and if you have plans for a startup, now is a good time to move forward with them. However, ego clashes at the workplace with bosses and authority figures are expected. You may find yourself overly sensitive to even the slightest criticism, so it is crucial not to take things personally, as it can affect your health. Those with diabetes should be especially cautious this month. Health-wise, this is not a favorable month for you. Matters at home are also likely to be disturbed, challenging your authority and limiting your freedom. Reacting impulsively or rashly could make the situation worse, so it's important to approach things with tact. This month is a good time for manifesting goals related to inheritance, insurance, and research. Expect fewer disruptions in these areas. There may be ego clashes with your spouse as well. However, this period is potent for overcoming your enemies, so you'll likely emerge victorious in such situations. The health or well-being of children might be a concern. Avoid speculative activities, as they could entangle you in debt. This month presents an opportunity to shed old habits and eliminate subconscious fears that trigger repetitive patterns in your life. Doing so will help you become more independent and will encourage restructuring and refining your self-image at a subconscious level. Your perception of yourself is likely to undergo significant change this month. Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, the month of April 2025 will draw your attention to matters related to your career, public image, and relationships with bosses or authority figures. These areas may present challenges initially, but as the month progresses, things are likely to settle in your favor. This is an excellent time to overcome workplace rivalries, and if you're involved in any competition, expect favorable outcomes. Ego clashes with your father, mentor, or teacher may arise, and you may find yourself working harder than usual. Expect an increase in your work responsibilities, which could take a toll on both your physical and mental health. However, relationship-wise, this month holds positive potential. Manifesting your desires in marriage is likely, and gains in creative pursuits are also possible. If you're considering purchasing fixed property or a vehicle, be sure to carefully check all clauses to avoid potential fraud. Additionally, this month offers an opportunity to release old emotional patterns related to your social circle, hopes, desires, and the gains you achieve through your efforts. This period encourages the restructuring and refinement of your self-image, helping you create a stronger and more independent identity within your friend circle. Letting go of old habits that have hindered your performance in these areas will bring positive changes. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, April 2025 is bringing initial challenges related to higher education, luck, or legal matters. Life may feel restrictive, limiting your options, but in the latter half of the month, things are likely to turn in your favor. This period is excellent for those seeking treatment for progeny-related issues. If you start in the latter half of the month, the chances of success are higher. Overcoming health-related issues is also favored, with a strong likelihood of finding solutions or receiving the right diagnosis. Ego clashes with siblings or friends over past issues or financial matters are likely. Your aura is weak this month, so avoid unnecessary interactions, as they may disturb your mental peace, like experiencing a psychic attack. Spicy food may not be good for your health, even though you may crave it, so it's best to avoid it. Those involved in fixed properties are likely to see gains. Additionally, you are very likely to let go of old emotional patterns related to your public image and career, creating a stronger and more independent identity. This encourages the restructuring and refinement of your self-image in these areas, helping you eliminate old habits that have been hindering your performance. Capricorn. For Capricorn natives, this month is bringing past matters into focus, disturbing your mental peace. However, in the latter half, things are likely to settle in your favor. This period is beneficial for gaining from inherited properties, while power struggles in both personal and professional partnerships may arise. You might feel sensitive about career-related matters and become easily agitated over trivial issues. Try not to take things personally. This month is potent for manifesting goals related to children, education, love, or creative pursuits. Gains through communication, networking, or media-related activities are also possible. Your approach to life philosophies and overall direction is likely to undergo a shift, helping you build a stronger and more independent identity. Letting go of old emotional patterns that have held you back will encourage the restructuring and refinement of your self-image in these areas. Additionally, your relationship with your father, mentor, or teacher may change significantly. This month also presents an opportunity to start something new related to your home or personal security. Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, the month of April 2025 is bringing a strong focus on your spouse, marriage, business partnerships, or business itself. The beginning of the month may feel challenging in these areas, but the latter half ensures that your efforts start yielding positive results. This is also a favorable period for initiating anything related to communication, such as learning a new language or acquiring a new skill. Manifesting goals related to your home is easier this month, and if you have plans to purchase a vehicle, the latter half is particularly auspicious. However, things at your workplace may feel tense, with either you or your colleagues prone to agitation and rash behavior. If you're dealing with family-related legal matters, it is better to remain defensive rather than take any aggressive action. Health-wise, this month is not favorable, as you may experience headaches, fevers, or an increased risk of cuts, burns, and bruises. Those with hypertension or blood-related disorders need to be extra cautious. Additionally, it is not a good time to apply for a loan or get involved in any physical conflicts, as the consequences could be severe. On a deeper level, this month encourages you to let go of past trauma, allowing you to build a stronger and more independent identity. This transformation will help you overcome certain fears, particularly those related to financial security, paving the way for a more confident and stable future. Pisces. For Pisces natives, April 2025 is demanding your attention on matters related to health, competitions, enemies, work routines, and debts. The initial half of the month may bring challenges in these areas, but as the month progresses, things will begin to settle in your favor. This is a great time to start something new related to finances, such as exploring a new source of income. Manifesting goals related to permits, documentation, or approvals is also likely, with minimal disruptions expected. However, power struggles may arise with children or dating partners, and unresolved issues from the past, whether related to children, love life, or even health, could resurface. If you have had past health concerns related to your back, heart, or upper abdominal area, be mindful of potential flare-ups. Tensions within your social circle are also possible, requiring patience and diplomacy to navigate conflicts effectively. On a deeper level, this month encourages you to break free from emotional patterns tied to marriage or business partnerships. You are in the process of creating a stronger and more independent identity, refining your self-image in these areas. Letting go of old habits that have held you back will empower you to perform better. With strong willpower and determination, this month offers you the strength to overcome any obstacles standing in your way.